what is it about the way organizations are making payments or collecting their statement information back from the banks that makes them susceptible to fraud?
Yes, another excellent question. So obviously, I already mentioned how, having manual processes in place can leave an organization open to fraud, but that's only, part of the story. So there's plenty of other ways that fraud can happen. Now, I love a good story, so let's have a listen to this one. You're one of the high street's biggest clothing retailers. You've got multiple bank accounts with every bank you can think of across many different countries. Now, as traditionally been the case with corporate banking, you log into your bank account with a fob or smart card and reader. Now, what happens when you work in a finance team, you've got a big stack of fobs, and you've got all these readers for all your accounts on your desk, and there's a fire? What do? That's literally the first thing you grab. You don't grab your coat, you grab that bag as soon as you run for the nearest exit. Now, what happens if you leave them on your desk, or when you nip to the toilet, or you lose your bag on the train home? What actually happens there? So you're literally stuck for making payments for the next week or so until you get all your accounts reset, you get your file and your readers sent out in the post. And that's exactly why you need a cloud-based solution like AccessPay offers, and that gives you the option of having an H7 digital certificate. That means no more fobs, no more smart cards, no more risk of fraud or loss, with all payments, approvals, and submissions happening within the platform. Most importantly, backed up by a robust audit trail. Now, got another great story. So you're a leading insurance company paying out tens of thousands of pounds every week to settle claims. So you've got the most stringent processes and controls in place to ensure that the right money goes to the right person. But what happens when the receiver themselves have been a victim of phishing or an app scam, an APP scam, and some nefarious, dodgy middleman is trying to steal that money? So they give the insurer their banking details to process the transfer, but the insurer is literally none the wiser until the person expecting that cash, calls up and says, "Hang on, where's my money? I'm expecting my money." Now, if the bank details match the name they had on file for the claim, the insurers would have been able to suss that out and obviously stop any fraud that was going on. They would be able to double check that, just like you can with personal banking. So just like, the story I mentioned earlier with that woman who stole £1.5 million from her bosses, had a confirmation of payee, a COP check been done in the first instance, all this monetary loss could have been avoided. So again, utilizing AccessPay's platform and doing COP checks via AccessPay, you can ensure you're paying the right person first time. So whether that's, if onboarding a new employee for your payroll, paying a new supplier, releasing large amounts of money for things like property purchases and insurance claims.